We're going to talk about the municipal elections. No, we don't have one coming up anytime soon. The last one was in October. But we're going to talk about them because campaigns cost money, sometimes a lot of money. And right now, the city is asking for your input on where that money comes from and where that money goes.
Our regional council makes decisions on a lot of things in Halifax, but one thing that gets a lot of attention is what gets built. A 30-story building on the Halifax Commons? Well, it's our council that gets to say yes or no.
Motion passes.
And that's when you realize that the people building those buildings have a hefty stake in how councillors are going to vote. So when it comes to local elections for councillors, who donates the most to campaigns? Yeah, the people building stuff. Specifically, developers. The development industry accounted for about half of all business donations to campaigns in the last municipal election. But on top of that, there's no way of knowing what that money gets spent on. Candidates do need to spend money on buying ads, signs, billboards, all that good stuff. But what happens when you raise $123,000 like our current mayor did in the past election? What happened to all that money? Was there any left over? Well, there's no way of knowing right now because there's no requirement to report on how campaign funds are used. Councillor for District 8 Lindell Smith is reported to have said, "I could have bought a horse" while discussing this matter. And he should have, because that would have been way too cool.
Now, we're not saying that there's anything illegal going on here, but you have to admit, it doesn't look pretty. Having developers fund campaigns for councillors who then go on to vote on their developments can definitely bring up some questions, and people have taken note.
A study in Ontario found that cities that have more developments on the line see a heck of a lot more donations to campaigns from developers. In 2009, the City of Toronto banned donations from corporations and unions for its elections, and the entire province of Ontario followed suit just last year. Even in Halifax, many councillors have vowed to not accept campaign donations from businesses, just individuals. That's why I think it's great that the city is getting input on campaign finance accountability. They've put out an online survey that asks questions on some pretty key issues, such as who can donate to municipal elections and whether candidates should publicly report their campaign expenses.
We're going to try something out here. We're giving away 6 Freeman's Pizzas to get more people to fill out this survey. If you want a chance to win one, just take a screenshot of your finished survey and post it in the comments below. And if you share this video, we'll throw your name in the hat again to double your chances. In case you were wondering, Freeman's Pizza and the food in general is amazing, but the fact that they donated these pies to get more people involved in the community, well, that's even more amazing. No one's paying us to say this, it's just a fact. There's one little caveat though. Banning corporate donations might sound like a good idea, but remember how individuals can still donate to campaigns? Well, there's nothing stopping a CEO of a development company to donate as an individual rather than as a corporation. So banning corporate donations might not end corporate donations, it could just drive it underground.
The second question on this campaign finance accountability survey is the most interesting one for me. It asks, should a portion of candidates' campaigns be municipally funded with taxpayers' dollars?
I think that's interesting because it gets to the root of the issue. Should money play a role in elections at all? A campaign's finances are a pretty good indicator of whether it's successful or not, but what about the campaign's ideas?
And I know the money don't really make me whole. The magazine covers drenched in gold, the dreams of Greenie and Mansion and Happy, the little things I need to save my soul. And I know the money don't really make